In the sprawling world of this gig economy in 2025, if you are a delivery driver, there is one question that cuts through all the noise. Which app will actually make you more money? It's the central debate of every driver's career. Are you team red bag with DoorDash, a sprawling empire built on convenience? Or do you roll with the globally recognized green logo of Uber Eats? For years, this debate has raged on in a lot of different forums, private group chats, and countless YouTube comment sections. Today, we're going to get as close to a real actionable answer as possible by examining the cold, hard facts. Some national reports seem to point to a clear winner. The gap is not insignificant. One major study shows a surprising difference, with one app paying on an average over $5 an hour more than the other one. But here's the catch. That nationwide number can be practically useless for your individual bank account. In fact, depending on where you live, the very city and suburbs you drive in, that winning app might actually be the biggest loser on your balance sheet. The data reveals a strange paradox. The app paying more per hour often brings in less per month for full-time drivers. This is a deep dive. We will break down the market share, the intricate business models, the ever-changing driver pay structure of both companies. By the end of this video, you'll have a complete framework for figuring out the definite winner in your own town, because the secret isn't just about the app you choose. It's about understanding the specific market where you choose to drive. Let's get right into the number that's causing all the buzz. You've probably seen the headlines or heard of the chatter. Some 2025 data suggests the major difference in what drivers make, with one report showing Uber Eats drivers clocking in at an impressive 24.68 per hour, while DoorDash drivers average about $18.93. That's a staggering $5.75 per hour gap. For a full-time driver putting in 40 hours a week, that could mean over $10,000 a year. Think about that. It's the difference between making ends meet and affording a family vacation, paying off a car, or finally building up your savings. That's big. Based on that number alone, you should definitely sign up for Uber Eats and never look back, right? Well, not so fast. Reality on the ground is infinitely more complicated. Other sources show a huge overlap in pay ranges, with DoorDash drivers reporting earnings anywhere from $15 to $30 an hour, and Uber Eats drivers in a similar $15 to $25 per hour range. The truth is these national averages are just benchmarks. They are a starting point, not a conclusion. The app that truly pads your wallet the most depends entirely on a web of local factors, and that's what we're here to figure out: how to find the ground truth for you. DoorDash's primary, almost overwhelming advantage is the commanding market presence. It's the undisputed leader in the U.S. food delivery market, holding a staggering 67% of the market share as of early 2025. That means for every 3 food delivery orders placed in the country, 2 of them are coming through the DoorDash app. This dominance extends across a massive network of more than 7,000 cities, with a particularly strong and strategic foothold in suburban and residential areas, places other apps initially ignored. In 2024 alone, the platform partnered with 590,000 merchants, creating a vast and dense ecosystem of restaurants and stores. That's a lot. For a driver, this market control translates directly into a high volume of orders. Driver sentiment and reports consistently point it to a relentless and steady stream of pings on the DoorDash app, which can create a predictable and dependable income stream. The pay structure is built on a transparent base pay ranging from $2 to $10 per delivery, which is calculated based on time, distance, and desirability, but it's most likely the $2 range. On top of that, drivers keep 100% of the customer tips. However, they aren't that transparent when it comes to the whole picture and how much you get paid per order. To incentivize drivers during busy periods, DoorDash uses its popular peak pay promotion, a system that adds a flat dollar bonus to every single delivery in a high demand zone. While this model may not always result in the highest pay per order, the sheer consistency and volume mean that drivers working full time on DoorDash often report higher weekly and monthly gross earnings than ones competing on other platforms. Let's now talk about Uber Eats. While Uber Eats is the clear number two in the US market share, holding around 23 to 26%, it boasts a massive global footprint that DoorDash can't even match. They're operating in over 6,000 cities across 45 countries. Its domestic strength often lies in dense urban city centers, where it masterfully leverages the powerful brand recognition of its ride sharing service. Uber Eats partners with over 825,000 restaurants globally, a network that often includes more high end, premium, and exclusive establishments than its competitors. So that's their edge. For drivers, this can foster a strategy of quality over quantity. While there may be longer lulls between orders compared to the constant stream of DoorDash, the average value per task is often reported higher. Drivers frequently mention that while base pay can sometimes be lower, that is true, the order from pricier upscale restaurants tend to yield significantly larger tips. Uber Eats' incentive system is also structured differently, relying on boost promotions that act as multipliers on your earnings in certain zones, and quests that offer substantial cash bonuses for completing a set number of trips in a given time frame. The platform also features the well-known surge pricing that increases fares dramatically during peak demands. This entire structure can lead to possibly higher hourly rates, making it an appealing choice for part-time drivers or those looking to maximize their earnings in shorter, more targeted shifts. The conflicting data between both apps and widely different driver experience all highlight one crucial point. The better paying app is entirely, and I mean entirely, dependent on your local market. The battle for your time is won and lost on city by city or even neighborhood by neighborhood basis. Several key factors determine whether DoorDash's volume or Uber Eats' quality will earn you more money. First, restaurant partnerships. DoorDash's market dominance was built on brilliant suburban strategy, securing partnerships with the national chains and family favorites that populate these areas. However, In the heart of many major cities, Uber Eats often secures exclusive deals with popular high-end local restaurants where the check sizes and the potential tips are considerably larger. Second, customer demographics. The platforms have cultivated different user bases over time. DoorDash has captured a broad, family oriented audience with its convenience focused branding and its Dash Pass subscription service, which is a staple for many suburban households. Uber Eats is seamlessly integrated into the main Uber app, which can attract more urban, sometimes professional, and often younger clientele who may be inclined to tip generously on the average for the more convenience of it. Third, driver saturation and incentives. As the market leader, DoorDash often has more drivers on the road at any given moment, causing sometimes oversaturation, which naturally increases competition for the most lucrative orders. In response, Uber Eats may offer more aggressive boosts and quest promotion in certain cities. They use these powerful incentives as such strategic weapon to entice drivers to their platform, ensuring they have enough couriers online to gain market share during critical peak hours. Finally, there are app pay models. And this really is somewhat of a fundamental difference. DoorDash provides a guaranteed upfront payment, also known as earn by time, so you know exactly how much you'll earn per hour, I should say, active hour. This offers definite security if you use that program. Uber Eats, however, allows customers to adjust their tip for up to an hour after the delivery is complete, which you could be tip baited. Both of these present both a significant risk and also a potential reward. Excellent and above service might earn you a larger tip, while any small issue could lead to a frustration in your ratings, and in Uber Eats, a reduction possibly in a tip. Tip baiting is real. So after all this analysis that we've done, which app is the definitive winner in 2025? Based on the data, there isn't one. It's a false choice. National average suggests Uber Eats can pay more per hour, but driver reports and earnings data show DoorDash often provides more consistent work and can lead to higher total monthly earnings. The victor changes from city to city, from downtown to suburbs, or even from one side of town to the other. This brings us to the only conclusion that truly matters, the one that every successful long-term driver eventually figures out. The real winner isn't DoorDash or Uber Eats. The winner is the driver who refuses to be loyal to either one. That's me. The pro level strategy that separates the top earners from everyone else in 2025 is multi-apping. This means running both apps simultaneously. A savvy driver has their phone mounted with both platforms open, waiting not just for an acceptable offer, but for a great one. And when a high value Uber Eats order from a premium restaurant appears, they accept it and immediately go offline or pause requests from DoorDash. The moment the delivery is complete, both apps are turned back on and the hunt begins for the next big payout. By multi-apping, you are no longer a gig worker for one company. You are a manager of your own delivery business. You play the strengths of both platforms against each other. You get to cherry pick from Uber Eats. Depends on DoorDash and the tier program. If you choose to be in any one of the tiers, if you want to cherry pick through DoorDash. But you're looking for the high quality, high tip potential orders. You are no longer controlled by a single algorithm feeding you whatever it wants. You are creating your own market, forcing these billion-dollar companies to compete for your time and your service. This is how drivers consistently push their earnings into the $35, $40, sometimes even $50 per hour range during peak times. The real answer to DoorDash versus Uber Eats debate is local. It's defined by the restaurant landscape in your own town, the incentive structure in your own area, and the tipping habits of your own neighborhoods. So now the question is turned over to you. Which app pays more where you live? Is it DoorDash or is it Uber Eats? Drop a comment below and let me know which one is the winner in your area. And if you want to share where you're from, go ahead and do that as well. Let's build a valuable driver-to-driver resource for each other right here in the comments. And if you want more advanced strategies for winning the gig economy game in 2025, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on all of the notifications and give this video a like. If you are a DoorDash driver and you're struggling to make money with DoorDash, well, think again, because you're going to want to check this video out next, and I'll see you over there.